Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson, and I have with me today a young lady by the name of Penny Powell. And Penny is with a member of the WHHI Foundation, which I'll let her tell us a little bit about. But she's here to basically tell us about the development of the regional ferry system. Penny, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit, first of all, about the WHHI Foundation.
All right. The WHHI Foundation is an organization, a nonprofit organization that's located on Daufuskie Island. And it has as its mission the development of cultural development, economic opportunities, environmental protection, and has a interest not just in Daufuskie but the whole Low Country. So it sees itself as a steward of the Low Country, and that's part of our mission. That's primarily.
What prompted you to recognize the need for a regional ferry system?
I had a student in 2010 who lived on Daufuskie. She's fifth generation native, and she got up before 6 o'clock, and she took a little bus down to the marina, and then she got on the boat that took almost an hour to get to Hilton Head. Then she took a bus to go to Hilton Head High School, and then she took another bus to go to ACE, the Academy for Career Excellence. And so it was 8:20 before she got to school. So she had already put in. She rarely missed a day. Well, as I had a lot of seniors, I constantly ask them, "What are you doing? What are your plans?" And this young lady had her plans all set. She had a full scholarship to TCL for radiology. She had to give up that scholarship because the ferry that is now available did not come and go to accommodate the hours that she needed for her classes. But she did make lemonade out of lemons. She took courses online, and she's going to do that for another year, and then she's going to go on to a nursing degree. Now, her twin brother had decided to go away to school, so he had the full scholarship and no problems. And it just, the injustice of someone who had worked so hard, had a full scholarship, and was unable to take to take the opportunity for that, that just really bothered me. So I decided we certainly needed some more modes of transportation on the water to accommodate people like this student.
So what do we have currently? Because there is a ferry system in place.
Right, and the county is, Beaufort County subsidizes the ferry system that goes to Daufuskie. But when it comes to, and also then the school district subsidizes some of the money for a different, it's a different ferry that the students ride on, and that's pretty much it. We have the gated community, and they have their ferry system, but we have a very limited amount. And as I talked to the Walter Mack at the Penn Center and Tom Barnwell from Mitchellville, and I said, well, how did you used to get around? And they said, you wouldn't believe, the ferries that we had available. And Daufuskie was geographically closer, much closer to Savannah, so a lot of them went to Savannah, and Hilton Head wasn't developed at all, so they went also up to Beaufort. So the WHHI started thinking about this and talking about it and decided that we need something more than even just a good Daufuskie, Hilton Head kind of ferry or to Savannah. We needed a regional ferry system, one that we envision that would go from Savannah all the way up to Charleston.
Wow.
Now, that's our goal. But when you look at other areas, that is, it's possible.
Sure.
And we have the workers, too, that need to, to get from one place to another. Edisto, the people from Hampton County and Jasper County have a long way to travel by land, and especially if they're in the service business, and they have to go to Savannah or they have to go to Hilton Head. So we think that it would be something for them, and also it's sort of like save a tree. We wouldn't have to build 3-lane, 4-lane highways and cut all these beautiful trees down. So it's
hopefully it's like a green way
right,
of transportation.
Right. And right now we have that international ecotourism conference going on in Hilton Head. And I think that, that shows even more how we can develop this to provide economic opportunity. And, everyone from the president down is talking about the need for jobs. And developing a regional ferry system would be like dropping a pebble in a pond. You see the ripples go out and the effects that you can have.
Right. So far, Penny, what progress have you made with the ferry system? And I think you're calling it SIFT, Sea Island Ferry Transportation, correct?
Right, yes. And, what we've had some focus groups that started with this, and then we had a small group that went out and did PowerPoint presentations to the Chamber of Commerce and to Hilton Head City Council and to other groups on Land's End. And it was met by, people saying, oh, yes, and people saying, yes, we've thought about this and we've thought about that. Our last meeting, we had someone from the hospitality and tourism from USCB, and he talked about the research that's been done and that he personally has been involved with that showed that many tourists are willing to go on public transportation. So we envision a multi-modal system of transportation involving not just the ferries, but others.
How do people get a hold of you as we close out here today? And as you gather more information, please, Penny, come back and we'll talk more about it. But tell people how they get a hold of you.
All right. They can get a hold of me by calling 843-43-FERRY. And I'm also available on my email with grantsmakesense at gmail.com. And we have involved, I've talked to, I didn't know there were such things at the federal level as gateway directors. And those are administrators up and down the coast. And ours is located in Miami, and she wants to come and talk to us.
Terrific.
And we have the cooperation of the DOT commissioners. They are now working at and deciding how the Department of Transportation in South Carolina should look, and that should include a marine division. Beaufort County has also given the job to LRTA, our local state agency for roads in South Carolina, to develop a marine division. Dick Stewart volunteered to be chairman. Now what they need is the $50,000 from Beaufort County.
As we get closer, come back, Penny. As we get closer to that $50,000 number,
yes,
come back and see us and give us the update, okay?
All right,
thank you
sure,
for being with us today.
Sure.
And thank you so much. You come back and join us for Talk of the Town. We'll be right back.